Nice to have you with us.
Financing. Toyota. Let's go places.
In these anxious times, we could all use a little self-help, which explains why so many are looking to best-selling author and podcaster Mel Robbins for guidance. She's in conversation with Nora O'Donnell. Welcome to the world of Mel Robbins. This self-help powerhouse and her staff greet all visitors with applause, hugs. Thank you for coming to Boston.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
And a button. You get your own name tag. When I walked in here, everybody has on a name tag.
Yes.
Why is that?
I just think it's an important thing in life to really operate in a way where other people know that they matter and that you go out of your way to make people feel seen, and name tags are one way you can do it. In 3 years, we have now grown to these studio spaces here.
At 57, the married mother of 3 is definitely making a name for herself. With an international best-selling book, one of the most listened to podcasts,
Hey, you two!
and a multimedia machine that spreads her motivational messages across the digital landscape.
We have the singular person in mind, a person with no time who's waking up somewhere around the world, who just wants to feel better, wants to do a little bit better, wants their family to feel better and do better, and I'm already crying.
Why does that make you cry?
I think because we're living in a moment in time where people feel very lonely and they're very overwhelmed for good reasons, and they feel disconnected from things that bring their life meaning, where research and science and facts are under attack. And so to have created something in just 3 years that's making a positive global impact, one person at a time, that is humbling. Today, I am sharing 7 powerful reminders.
So how did this former lawyer, she's not a licensed therapist, become a wildly popular guru of positivity and empowerment? For starters, she says she's true to herself.
I 1,000% am the same person at my core. What has changed is I understand the reasons why I struggled.
There's been a lot of that for the Michigan native. Even though she was voted most likely to succeed in high school, Robbins said she had undiagnosed ADHD and dyslexia.
And this went on until I was 47 years old. So even though I had a lot of anxiety, I now know, had I actually been treated with ADHD, I probably wouldn't have had half the struggles that I had.
She worked as a public defender and then in a law firm before going into business with her husband, Christopher Robbins, ventures that failed, leaving them nearly $1 million in debt. Robbins was 41, unemployed, and bankrupt.
So rock bottom feels horrible. You feel like you're the only human being that has failed at life. And so you isolate and you beat yourself up and you start drinking too much and you start screaming at the people that are trying to help you, namely your husband.
You were doing all of it.
Oh my God, yes. I was a walking bitch. I mean, I just was angry and upset, and I was afraid we would not get out of this. Stuck is the single most misunderstood human experience. And it is foundational to being a human being. When you're thirsty, what do you need? Water. When you are hungry, what do you need? Food. When you're stuck, do you know what you need?
Motion?
Yes, growth. If you feel stuck in your life, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means that what's missing in your life is growth. And if I can get you to grow and learn in any area of your life, you start to change.
And Robbins herself changed. She became a life coach.
My name is Mel Robbins.
Which led to a memorable 2011 TED Talk.
I'm going to tell you everything I know in less than 18 minutes about how to get what you want.
Then the podcast.
I wanted to be certain that I told you, in case nobody else does, that I love you, I believe in you.
And in 2024, the Let Them Theory, her blockbuster book.
So the Let Them Theory is the single fastest way to gain control in your life is to stop trying to control and change everybody else and let them. When you learn to just let people be who they are, you have this incredible thing happen. You recognize that probably, like me, you've been living your life in reverse. You've been pouring all your energy into things you can't control, the number one thing being other people, and you've lost sight of where all the power is, which is in focusing on the let me part of the theory. Let me focus on what I think.
So how does let them only go so far?
People only change when they're ready to change for themselves. You gotta let them have the dignity of their own experience. You gotta let them heal or get sober or get motivated on their own timeline. And you gotta understand the more judgment you bring, the more you're delaying the possibility that it's happening.
How nice, you got your podcast studio right here.
Right here, come on in.
Make no mistake, Mel Robbins is a profit-making endeavor with sponsors, merchandise, even a line of protein drinks.
This is a big business. Mel, you're a media mogul now.
I feel like I'm a mother of three that lives in Vermont that hosts a podcast. But here's what I love about what I do. I love the technology. I love the nuances. What makes you exceptional at something is paying attention to all the details that most people ignore and don't understand are actually important. People tend to lean back because they're afraid, and I have always leaned in.
Lean in is exactly what she does, talking about pretty much everything.
Most of the advice I'm giving is the stuff that I'm learning from people that are smarter than me, that is like, why did I not think about that?
And I mean everything.
Have sex before you go out.
Like, why would you have sex when you get home and you're so
Dude,
tired?
you're bloated or drunk or you feel terrible or you're exhausted. It's so funny,
It
right?
is true, but it's absolutely
But see,
true.
this is the kind of thing you would share with a girlfriend or what? Guess
Absolutely.
what? We started having sex before we go out, now we're having sex all the time. It's absolutely amazing.
We ended our day with Mel Robbins with her greeting Dr. Vonda Wright, a surgeon and women's health expert.
Is there any concerns that you have?
No, I just love that book is full of little tabs to show that how much you care.
Well,
Yes, Robbins is having a moment, one she embraces and hopes others of a certain age get to experience.
I'm so grateful all this happened late in life. I'm so grateful because when you almost lose everything that matters, and let me tell you what matters, it's not the crap that people are chasing. You're never going to see a hearse dragging a U-Haul to a cemetery. You're not going to take any of the stuff that you think is going to make you happy to the grave with you. When life is over and you're near the end of your life, you're going to wish and hope, if you've done it right, that you are surrounded by people that you love and that love you back.
Some people say you can't have fun anymore. Then in 2025, you can't party like it's 1999. But I'm here to tell you that there's a party that makes Vegas and Miami look like your great aunt's Tuesday night quilting club. Let's talk numbers, shall we? 33 of the fastest human beings on four wheels. Speeds hitting 240 like it's just another Sunday drive. 350,000 people locked in and losing their minds. It's a rock concert, meets a rocket launch, meets a gladiator battle in the middle of spring break. It's part race, part party, part... Did that guy just paint his chest like a race car? The track, controlled chaos. Everywhere else, just chaos. Glorious, beautiful chaos. So if you're looking for a quiet, relaxing Sunday, keep scrolling. But if you want in a 109-year-old tradition that still rages harder than half your group chat, well, welcome to the show. You want an opera singer, a canon, and a flyover that rattles your bones and shakes your soul? Well, Bubba, That's the pregame. Why? Because this is the Indy 500. Because this is IndyCar. And if someone is throwing the greatest damn race on this planet, well, you better believe it's going down right here. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.